Hello, welcome to this video all about journaling for beginners. So journaling is a topic that I get asked about a lot as a business and marketing mentor, and the reason for that is because people really recognize that when they have busy lives, whether that's a busy career, a busy social life, busy at university, or busy with your own business, having a clear, organized and calm mind is a fundamental requirement, or at least it makes life a lot easier when you are trying to achieve a lot of goals and do a lot of things. To have a nice clear mind, no brain clutter. So a lot of people who I work with really recognize the power of journaling. So in this video, I'm going to be debunking some journaling myths, helping you to get started with a regular journaling practice and hopefully making it seem a little bit less of a scary concept and something you hopefully fall in love with. If you don't know me, I'm Sally Oddie. I'm a business and marketing mentor, and I help people grow online expert businesses and sell their knowledge online to make passive income. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more about journaling, I will put the link to my journaling playlist below. I'm doing a range of videos on journaling, so you can find something else that interests you. And if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to leave a comment and click the subscribe button as well. So what is journaling? I think sometimes when you Google journaling, you see these amazing photos on the internet of very creative people who have created these beautiful looking journals with doodles and pictures and graphs and charts and all kinds of amazing looking things, and I think that can actually put some people right off. Don't let that put you off, because that really isn't the heart of what journaling actually is. Journaling is simply the act of getting your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. And the reason we do that is because it helps us to clear the mental clutter that we have going on in our minds. It helps us make sense of our thoughts, feelings and emotions. It helps us make decisions on what actions to take. It helps us gain clarity around things that are going on in our lives. It's like when you talk to a friend about something that's going on in your life, just the fact that you've got it out actually seems to make it seem or feel a bit less big. It clears your brain, like you're not just constantly going around and around and around in your mind about it anymore. So journaling has the same effect, but without having to confide in a friend or somebody else. So really it is just the act of putting pen to paper. So if you're interested in journaling, what I want you to do is actually we're going to start today. So we're going to debunk the myth that this is really hard, it's only for creative people. I want you to literally grab a notebook and a pen, or a piece of paper and a pen, or your phone, whatever you've got to hand, and I want you to just write down how you're feeling right now. So start with, this is how I feel. Pause this video and go grab a pen and a piece of paper and just write down how you feel right now. And there you are, you've done it. It's really as simple as that. You've just started journaling. So take a moment to think about how it feels to see your feelings on a piece of paper. How did it feel to get those feelings out onto the piece of paper? What do you feel when you read what you've written? Do you feel a sense of relief? Do you feel a sense of acceptance, maybe release, maybe a bit of fear or anxiety? Maybe you've got a different kind of level of understanding as to why you're feeling how you're feeling today. Maybe you feel grateful, and maybe, just maybe, you feel a little bit curious and you kind of want to know more. This is the beauty with journaling. When we give ourselves that time for self-reflection, asking ourselves these questions, going a little bit deeper, we can really uncover more about the true essence of who we are. And when you begin to have that more deeper level of understanding, your entire life can literally change. The way you react to situations, the way you behave, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you speak, what you're able to achieve. a lot of stuff can change for you when you start to really understand who you are on a deeper level. And this is all the stuff that this simpling journal practice can give to you. So even if you start your journaling practice by answering that very simple question, even only a few times a week, how am I feeling right now? That's getting you used to starting to take what's in your head and getting it on paper. And by the way, however you feel about what you wrote, it's all good. Like if you feel anxious or stressed or scared or excited or nervous, or like however you feel is absolutely fine. It's coming from a place so deep inside of you that there is no like right or wrong. And it's also just important to point out at this stage really that there are no rules to journaling. You're not going to have to pass a journaling exam once you've been journaling for a few months, you know what I mean? So this is not about like trying to get something right. Like nobody needs extra pressure on themselves. So don't like use journaling as something to beat yourself up with. And that's going to take us to the next thing I want to share with you today, which is really when to journal and how frequently to journal. And here's the thing. You can journal when you want, as often as you want. Like, you don't have to journal every single day at 7 AM in order to have a really, really good and useful journaling practice. If you literally do intentional journaling, which is where you only sit down to journal when you're really feeling like you've got stuff to work through, that's super powerful. If you decide I wake up in the morning and I've got all of this brain clutter and all of this stuff, and you decide to get it all out on paper first thing in the morning, that's super useful. If once a week you decide just to get out everything that's happened in the week, that's great. If it's on a night time, you want to clear your mind before you go to bed, that's great too. Like, you don't have to do it at a certain time of day, and you don't have to do it every single day or even consistently frequently in order for it to be really, really effective. Sometimes I journal regularly and sometimes I don't. And then sometimes I just get this real urge, like if I've got stuff in my mind, it's just not clearing, I'm going round and I get stuck in that loop. You know, you can just get stuck in that loop. I'm going round and round and round in circles. I'm not getting any clarity. And sometimes I'll pull my journal out and get out what I'm feeling, maybe use a few journaling prompts to help me dig a bit deeper, which we're gonna get into in just a minute. If that's intensely useful, so even if you're only doing it every so often, whenever you feel called to, that's fine too. So as we've said, journaling can really help organize your thoughts, clear your mind of brain clutter. It can help you really make sense of things. It can reduce anxiety. It can help you feel more confident. It can help you track your progress and growth over time. It can help with introspection and self-awareness, a deepening of an understanding of who you are. It can help you work through childhood traumas and things that you've experienced that you might still be holding on to. And like I said, there's no hard and fast rules about journaling. No one's going to read it. You can even burn your journals when you're finished with them if that's what you want to do. It's just literally about getting it out on a piece of paper. Journaling also feeds your creativity and helps you feel inspired and motivated. So there really are so many reasons why journaling is such a great practice to use in your life. So in terms of preparing for journaling, I mean, like, everyone is different. Over here in England, it's getting into winter time, so the days are a bit shorter, a bit colder, a bit darker. First thing I do is make myself a lovely cup of herbal tea. Making myself a cup of herbal tea just relaxes me. It gets me in a pleasant zone in my mind. Yeah, and I just feel more relaxed when I've got a cup of herbal tea next to me. The next thing I do normally is light a candle or a couple of candles, or I'll put on my oil diffuser or something to set the mood a little bit. So candles obviously give that really, really soft light. You can also maybe use a Himalayan salt, a crystal lamp if you've got one of those, or even just use the lamps that you've got in your home to create this really nice, beautiful, soft light environment for yourself. You can't beat candles though. I mean, when you think about it, it's almost like getting into a meditative state where you're calming down your mind, you're preparing yourself for a bit of introspection, a bit of thoughtfulness, a bit of calm. Get rid of your phone, so this is a no phone zone. Don't have the TV on in the background. I mean, listen, like I said, there are no hard and fast rules. If having the TV on while you're journaling floats your boat, then go for it. But I feel you'll get much deeper reflection if you have a nice, quiet and reflective environment. You might want to snuggle up under your favourite blanket, get nice and cozy, and all you really need is a journal, like a book with some paper in it and a pen. I'm not somebody who throws my journals away. I keep onto them because I like to look back every now and again and reflect on certain situations and certain times in my life. And sometimes I do actually put things in my journal that are a bit more detailed, and I want to reflect back on what those are over time. So I like to keep hold of my journals. So once you've set the scene and you are ready to start journaling, there are kind of two different ways you can go about it. So you can do brain dump journaling, where you literally take a empty notebook. This is a brand new one. Did you hear that spine crackle then? You take an empty notebook and you literally just brain dump whatever is on your mind. This type of journaling is really good for clearing the brain clutter, organising your thoughts, making sense of what's going on around you, working through things that are stressing you out. Putting things on paper is so useful. You can also use this blank paper type of journal for making lists, listing things that you want to achieve, goals you want to do, what you've got going on. Even just brain dumping what's happened in the day or what you're going to do tomorrow is a great way of just getting it out of your mind onto this piece of paper. When you close this book, it's like it's fluttered away from your mind and it leaves you in a lovely, quiet, calm space. So that's kind of like brain dump journaling, where you just use a blank notebook. The other type of journaling is when you actually buy a journal that has journal prompts inside. So the reason we use journal prompts when journaling is if we want to really go deeper and get some real deep self-reflection, ask ourselves some maybe challenging questions that we wouldn't necessarily ask ourselves, dig a little bit deeper and really start to understand what's really motivating us, what we really want, what we really need, what's going on in our deepest part of ourselves. Journal prompts can really help us get there. So for example, this is the manifestation journal that I created. It's for sale on Amazon. I'll put a link down below if you're interested in manifestation. The reason this is a manifestation journal is because the prompts that are in this journal have been designed to really help you get clarity over what you want, why you want it, why you haven't got it, what it means to you, what you'll feel when you achieve it. So this is a very specific prompt-based journal to help you manifest your desires. So if you go on Amazon, there are a lot of different journals that do have prompts already in there for you, and often they'll be on a variety of different things. So it's a good way to start journaling is to really think about your why you're wanting to journal, what you're wanting to get out of it. Is it just to brain dump? Is it for deeper introspection? Is it that you're wanting to really sort of go deeper with things? And that will help you decide what kind of journal to buy, whether it's a prompt-based journal or a blank notebook journal. So in this journal, for example, it really does kind of guide you to go deeper. This journal has a wheel of life inside, and this helps you really reflect on the areas of your life that you're wanting to change, improve, work on. It has a little vision board section, so you can write down in the various areas of your life what you want for yourself, why you want it, what it means to you. And then every single page on this journal has a specific prompt that you can use to journal deeper. You'll see this one also isn't a dated journal, so you can just literally circle the month and the day that you're journaling in. And that's actually an important feature to be aware of if you're looking for a specific journal. For me personally, dated journals don't work. I don't always journal every single day, then I feel like I'm wasting the journal. If I only pick it up months later, there's all these empty pages. When I reflect back, it looks like I've not been doing very well. I don't want to add that pressure to myself, so dated journals don't work for me. And that's why the feedback on this journal has been really great, that people say they love just to be able to circle the month and the day date, and then if they even only pick it up 2 or 3 weeks later, they can just literally turn the page and circle the date and the month again. They're not wasting any pages, and they don't feel like they are not doing a good job at journaling. So in this journal, as I've said, there are prompts for every single day that you're going to be journaling, and what a journal prompt really is a question, like I say, to help you go deeper, to help you reflect, to maybe go to parts of yourself that you wouldn't necessarily go to on your own. And also journal prompts are great if you just actually don't know what to write about. So brain dumping is great, but if you really do want to journal for self-reflection and self-awareness and self-growth and development, having journal prompts is the easiest way of doing it, because you don't have to think about what to write. You can just use your journal prompt. I am doing a separate video on using journal prompts to, so for example, there's one journal prompt at the top of quite a long page. So I'm going to do a separate video on how to use journal prompts and how to really explore your thoughts and feelings from journal prompts. So I'll link that down below. But let's just have a look at a couple of the journal prompts in this journal. So let's see, how do I express myself? How can I be more fully present today? That is such an important manifestation prompt. Being fully present in the moment is the way you manifest anything you desire. You cannot manifest in the past, and you cannot manifest in the future. If you do want me to do some videos on manifesting, let me know, because it's one of my favorite things to talk about. Another journal prompt, what I need to accept is. So you can see these journal prompts are really helping you dig deeper in different areas of your life. So essentially with a journal like this manifestation journal, if you use the entire journal and go through all of the journal prompts, you can just imagine the level and the depth of understanding and discovery and acceptance and awareness that you will have about yourself and what you want and who you are and where you're going by the time you'll finish the journal. And that's also actually why there's another wheel of life at the back of the journal, because the intention is that you start the journal, you do the wheel of life, you see where you are right now, you use the journal for all of this lovely time, and then at the end you fill in the wheel of life again, and then you can compare the two, like where you were when you started and where you are now. This journal actually also has a little added extra, because every 10 pages it has some affirmations, and I'll do a whole separate video about affirmations and using affirmations and dispelling a few myths about affirmations as well. So that's really it. And I just want to also say that I use a combination of brain dump journaling and journal prompts, so I actually use both. Some days I just need to get everything that's in there out onto a piece of paper, and some days I want to dig deeper, be more reflective, and really sort of uncover stuff that's holding me back. And that's when I use my prompt journal. So I really hope that's helped displace any myths you might have thought about journaling, made it seem more accessible, easier to start. You've already started potentially. I'll put a link to this journal down below. I've got a couple of other resources as well. Like I say, I'm gonna do some more videos on journaling. I'll link those below as well. Let me know if you found this useful. Let me know if you start journaling, what you get out of it, what your experience is. I would really love to know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and get journaling. Honestly, it's so life-changing. I'll see you next time. Bye.